Today's message is spiritual protection. So, what I've learned is while being in isolation and avoiding deceitful spirits and unequally yoked people, unbelievers, I've been able to protect my fruits of the spirit, right? Which Galatians 5:22 tells us the fruits of the spirit, which is love, joy, peace, long suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Now John 14:26 says, "The Helper, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you all things and bring you to your remembrance all things that I said to you. Peace I live with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." So having a Holy Spirit, having a spirit of godliness, right? Being happy, joyful, being peaceful. It protects us from being in dangerous situations or encountering people who are not yoked with us, right? Which this goes with testing the spirit of people, making sure that they are walking in a godly spirit and they have the fruits of the spirit. 1 John 4:1 says, "Do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world." Now, how are you able to test someone's spirit if people are pretending to be godly, right? Well, you have to realize how it affects your own Holy Spirit, right? If you feel like someone makes you anxious, someone makes you angry, right? They take you out of your own character. If someone's always jealous, envious, trying to compete with you, or feeling like you're outdoing them, or you're too peaceful, like you shouldn't be this kind. We often hear things that are just like instigating other people. A lot of people like to provoke others. These qualities are not godly, right? Because again, we have the fruits of the spirit. So when we are out here in the world and we're able to recognize these different attributes in others, right? We can make a more educated decision about that person, how we want to approach the situation, how we react to the situation, what kind of, you know, place that person gets in our life, right? How much of our attention that situation is going to get. Now, this is why lately I've been getting into the soul tribe aspect. I was raised Catholic. Then I, went to different churches. I became a Christian. Um, but now I'm starting to understand what a soul tribe is. It's basically a group of like-minded people who have your same morals. They have the same fruits of the spirit, right? They agree with your point of view, your perspective on God, right? Jesus, whatever you believe is true for yourself. The people who believe the same or are willing to accept you for your beliefs, that's your soul tribe. Which is why it's important to do your own soul searching, have your own relationship with God, right? Work on your own Holy Spirit. Because again, there are many false prophets, a lot of churches, a lot of religions, they may judge you for your beliefs, but again, I feel, not that I feel like, but your relationship with God is going to be individual, right? we all have to answer for our own sins. So at the end of the day, you really can't expect your family or a pastor or your soul tribe to understand your walk with God, with Jesus, right? So this is kind of why you have to make sure that whatever support or community you're relying onto is actually positive, right? It's going to have the Holy Spirit. It's going to be walking in love. Revelations 7:9. After these things I looked, and behold, a great multitude, which no one could number, of all nations, tribes, peoples, and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. So again, remember that your soul tribe may not be people from your school. They may not be your family. They may not be your church. They may not be your town. They may not even be in your country, right? I've met a lot of people online whom I've never met in my entire life, but they actually understand my belief system, right? My values, my morals. I can see the Holy Spirit in them. So remember that you don't feel alone, don't feel alienated or isolated just because you feel differently than people around you, because maybe they're just not your soul tribe. Maybe you're in a different walk with God, right? We all have different levels of awakenings. We all have different levels of understanding of things, right? Everyone's not reading their Bible by themselves, right? Everyone's not doing their own soul searching. I have 2 Corinthians and it's 5:10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that each one may receive the things done in the body according to what he has done, whether good or bad. Now, having your intuition, which is also your Holy Spirit, is listening to your spirit, how you feel around people, how you feel around certain conversations, and knowing that God is protecting you, right? So I have Romans and it's gonna be 8. And it's 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. Romans 15:20. And so I have made it my aim to preach the gospel, not where Christ was named, lest I should build on another man's foundation. So again, find your purpose of living for God, your relationship with him through your own Holy Spirit. Listen to yourself, listen to your relationship with him, right? Don't compare your journey with somebody else, but make sure that who you are listening to, it's resonating with where you are and how you feel, right? Don't feel like you have to agree with everyone. Not everyone is coming from the same place. Now, God is love, and love is the law, and against love as the law, there's no law. I have Ezekiel 36, and it's going to be 26. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. I will take the heart of stone out of your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. Luke 21:36. Watch therefore and pray always, that you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that will come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Psalms 91:11. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. So staying away from unbelievers, maintaining your Holy Spirit, listening to your Holy Spirit, and living in purpose for God, it will bring more protection to your spirit. It will bring more richness to your heart, to your intuition, to your spirit, to your life. It will bring more love into your life and create a better relationship with God. So, yeah, I hope this helped, and stay blessed.